Hello friends, this is Soft. In this lesson, we will be looking at base plate and assembly drawing as well single part drawing. Okay, so we will be learning how to place base plate, okay, with a stiffener just like this, okay, and as well we produce an assembly drawing and single part drawing. Okay, so if you are new on the channel, support the channel by subscribing and take time to follow the lesson for better understanding. Let's start. This is just a new project, so I want to navigate to the steel tab, okay, and then I will enable the steel column and enable the setting. We have a profile of UC 2054 by 2054 by 73. Okay, this profile can be changed. Okay, and the constraint we're having it to be bottom constraint minus 450. I'll make it 0. Okay, and the top constraint I will make it 5000, just like this, and then I'll pick this point, okay, to place the steel stanchion. I will deselect the command, okay, then I will do Control F, okay, to go to the application and component. Control F, okay, or you click this point, and on this search provision I will type base plate. Okay, I will type base plate, base plate, just like this. If I scroll down, we'll be making use of a US base plate. Okay, the micros number is 1047, so I'll click on this base plate. Alright, I'll select the stanchion and then select the instruction point to place it. Alright, so here is the base plate we are going to be using. Okay, I will deselect this command now. Alright, click on this base plate, double click so as to open the dialog. So in the dialog we will be making some necessary settings here, okay, because we need an anchor bolt, so we are going to zoom this closely like this so as to be visible when changes are being made. Okay, so go to the part. All right, so in the part, the plate thickness we are going to consider is we are going to consider 16 mm thickness. Okay, then we'll go to the bolt. All right, so in this bolt, both sides will be 16 mm. Okay, go to the part again, changing the thickness of the plate. Click on modify. All right, click on modify before going to the both tab. In this tab we change the both sides to be 16 mm, the both standard to be default. The tolerance we're going to take 4 mm. Okay, so after which we will come down to this part where we set the numbers of bolts. So the distance, the edge distance will be having 30, and the number of bolts in this axis will be having 2, and then the distance between these two bolts will be having the distance to be will be having it to be 3. Let's take 300, and then the distance from of the bolt from the edge of the plate will be 30 this side. Okay, here will be have also 30, and then 30 here. Okay, and then this place will have 2 bolts and 300 space in between the bolt. Okay, just like this, after which click on to modify. If you modify, you have this. Okay, all right, so after which we'll go to the anchor rod. In the anchor rod we'll have to select the rod profile. Click this point. Mind you, this is Tekla Structure 2020. Okay, so I will select this circular section and then select the rod. The rod diameter I will be using is 16. Okay, just like this, 16 mm. I click on apply it. Okay, the next thing is the nut profile. The nut profile I will be using, I'll select this point, and then I will scroll down to this order, and then I'll be able to select this nut. Okay, then the diameter of the openings is also 16. Okay, because the board is 16 mm. I click on applied. Okay, then the washer profile. For the washer profile, we'll be considering the same knot but different diameter. So click on this point and navigate to others, and then I will select this knot. Mind you, this is UK library. Okay, UK library I'm using. So this point I will put 25 here. Alright, and then click on applied and okay. So that is the washer we are going to be using. Okay. Alright, so the next thing is the material. I will select this point and pick steel as the material. Then the grade is 275. Apply okay. Then the name is anchor boot. So I will just type anchor rod, not boot, anchor rod, just like this. Okay, so the next thing is we don't need grout. Okay, so we will select the base plate with anchor, so with anchor rod, just like this, and then we want the anchor rod to returns inside, so we use that one and then pick this point and select this. Okay, the length of the rod will be 500 mm. Alright, so coming to this part, create an anchor rod assembly. We make this place, yes, which is the base, the knot as in the board. Okay, and also the washer, we accept the washer too. Okay, then this one too, we accept it and we accept it. This ones we will not accept the rest of this because we are not concerned with the rest of these ones. Alright, so just have to follow this lesson, the procedure. Okay, this is Tekla Structure 2020. Okay, so pick this point, this one, said no, yeah, okay, just like this, after which we click on modify. So once you click on modify, you have something of this kind. Alright, you have something of this kind, which is what we actually expected. Okay, so we'll be adding this stiffener now. For this stiffener, we'll go to the stiffener tab. In this tab, if you check on this picture diagram, you will notice we have stiffener 1 to 8. Okay, so if you want to make this activate this stiffener, okay, you just click in this stiffener's positions provision, yeah, and then you type 1 backspace 2 backspace 3 backspace 4 backspace 5 backspace 6 backspace 7 backspace 8, just like this, and click on modify. So this stiffener will be applied to the stanchion. The stiffener will be applied to the stanchion just like this. Okay, so if you check this board now, you notice that okay, this one is the washer. Alright, because I want to talk about clearer distance between the stiffener and the washer. This can just be placed down, then it is the board that you are going to turn, so there is a kind of distance enough to, you know, actually tighten the board. Okay, so this is the stiffener. Alright, so if for instance you don't want to have stiffener 7 and 8, you just have to remove it from here. Alright, and then click on modify. You'll notice that you will no longer have a stiffener 7 and 8. Okay, so that is how it works. Okay, and then I want to put it again 7 and backspace 8. Okay, then click on modify. You click on modify. Okay, so we want to, if for instance we want to chamfer this stiffener, you have to navigate to this picture. Okay, in this picture you can see 1 2 4 1 2 4 5 and 3 6 7. Okay, these are the stiffener. I want to chamfer it at 25 mm. Okay, so you just key in 25 mm at this provision. Okay, click on modify. Alright, it is not actually modifying, so click on modify, apply, and okay. Alright, so what you need to do now is just double click on this base plate to bring up this again. Alright, so zoom this in a way that it can be visible. okay, and then provide this 25, this point, these provisions, and also in this provision like this. Click on modify. Alright, so it seems the 25 is too much, so you have to reduce it. Let me say for instance 20, 20, 20 and 20. Click on modify. Okay, so let me actually check what is alright, so I think the value that we input is still high, so let's just make it 15 there, 15 there again, 15 here. Okay, click on modify. Alright, so you'll be having something of this kind. So if this chamfering is not actually enough, you can also increase it by making it let's say making it 20. Okay, what happened that it was not actually affecting the stiffener was that the provision is not actually in line with the stiffener. So you just click on modify, so you see it. Okay, so this should be model enough. This is model enough. Okay, so click on applied. Okay, so I want to actually show you how you can increase this stiffener in a case that you want to increase it or make it more bigger. Okay, all you need to do is you navigate to this board. Let's check this part. Okay, yeah, all right, this tab part, you can see stiffener 1 2 4 5. Okay, so this one now is the thickness of this stiffener. So I want the thickness of the stiffener to be 12 mm, and then this one to 12 mm thickness. Okay, then for this one is the breadth. So after apply imputing this, you can just click on modify. Okay, you can see it's becoming more bigger. Okay, so let's just make it 10. Okay, just like this, 10, and then you click on modify. All right, so this one is the height and this is the width. So if you want to make it to be bigger than this, as in bigger in height than this, you will impute an height here. For instance, I want it to be let me say 120. Okay, and this one 120. All right, I click on modify. Alright, so you can see it is now bigger, okay, as in longer in height. Okay, so if you want to also extend it towards this edge, to cover this edge distance, you can also impute it here, which is the breadth. Okay, so I want this to be 80, so I can just make this let me say 80 here and 80 mm here. Okay, so I click on modify. If I click on modify, I can see it's extended. Okay, even too much. Okay, so this point now, let me reduce it to about let me say 40. Okay, with 40 be that okay? No, let me say 50. All right, just input 50 here, then click on modify. All right, so you are having this. I think this is model enough. Okay, so this is how you can fix it and then be able to place your stiffener and the base plate successfully in a Tekla Structure 2020. Okay, so other tabs you just leave them at default. Okay, even this general tab, leave it also at default. Click on modify, apply, and then you okay. All right, so this is what we are having now. We are having this. So for us to remove this the weight symbols, we want to remove the weight symbols. So what we need to do is you just click on the white background, right click on properties, and then navigate to the display, and then be able to uncheck this small box, square box that is in line with these weights. Okay, click on modify, apply, okay, click on modifier, apply, and okay, just like this. So you'll be able to remove the weight sign. Okay, so after which we want to start creating a drawing. Okay, as I said earlier, we will be creating a single part drawing. We will also be creating an assembly drawing. Okay, so at first we want to highlight all of this. Okay, and then number it. Okay, so we'll go to drawing, and reports. Okay, perform numbering. Click in the drop down menu, you select number modified object, so you click on it. Alright, so if you check in this bottom side, you notice numbering completed. Alright, so another thing we want to inquire before then, let us create a single part drawing for this base plate. So you just have to select the base plate. Now once you select base plate, you notice that the all of the anchor bolt as well as the stiffener is all selected at once. So for you to be able to select this base plate as a single entity, you have to make sure you activate this one, this select object in component. You just because all of this is in the component, the stiffener and the anchor bolt as well as the base plate is in one component. Okay, and so you just need to be able to select this by activating select object in component. So you can be able to select this base plate now alone, just like this. Then after which you just right click and then come to create drawings. Okay, and then single part drawing, you click on it. Alright, creating drawing finished. Okay, so single part drawing has been created for the base plate. So we also need the single part drawing for the stiffener. Okay, so you just select the stiffener and then right click, go to create drawings, single part drawing again, and also single part drawing also is created for the stiffener. Okay, we want to also create single part drawing for the anchor. Okay, the anchor rod. Okay, so you right click and then go to create drawing and then single part drawing. Alright, so the single part drawing has also been created for these three items. Okay, so now we want to go to the document manager. Click the document manager. So in the document manager under single part drawing, you will see all of this drawing that has been created. Okay, so if you want to view it, you click on it, then you click on this point to open the document, or you double click on it so you can be able to open it. Then minimize or close this one. So this is the drawing for the stiffener. So this is the length of the stiffener is 120, the width is 50. Okay, this is the pack mark of the stiffener. Okay, and this one is the thickness, okay, of the stiffener. The thickness of the stiffener is 10 mm. So you can see this is drawing is model enough. Okay, so you can just click on this. If you double click on this, you can be able to make some changes, okay, to this stiffener. Like if you come to this general, you can be able to select arrowhead. Okay, so if you want to call it out, and then you pick this point and use this, and then click on modify, apply. You have to call it out. Okay, then click on OK. All right, so just like this. So you can now hold it, select it, and then hold the left button of your mouse to be able to adjust it. If you want to move it, just hold down the shift key, hold this, and then move it in a way that the arrow touches the stiffener itself. And then this is the pack mark. You can see F5 is the pack mark of this stiffener. Okay, so we have to just do Control X to save this one. Okay, and then to close it. Go back to document manager. In the dialog, open this one, then minimize this. So this one is the base plate. Okay, this is the base plate. So this is the edge distance between the bolt and the base plate. You can see the spacing between the bolt is 300. Okay, so if you also want to, you can also change this mark style here. Okay, in the drawing bolt properties, you can be able to check the bolt representation. Representation is represented by this symbols tree, so you can change it to symbols 2. Okay, and then if you click on modify, this what happened. Okay, so this can be manipulated. Okay, click on apply and okay, select this, double click on this. You can also go to the general and then be able to use arrow in this place. All right, then click on apply, modify, apply, and okay. So you are now seeing arrow pointing at the the board, and it is 4 times D20, as in 4 of this kind, which is 1 2 3 4. Okay, it's typical. So this is the base plate details drawing. Okay, so you can do control X to save this, then after which you can close this as well. All right, so if you after closing that, so after closing that, I can just tile it vertical, so as you to see it, so you can click here to close it. All right, then tile it vertical again. Just like this. So we have created okay, for the anchor bolt, let us see the single part drawing for the anchor bolt. This one, double click on this, okay, to then you can just close this one. So this is the anchor bolt. This is well model. Okay, so if you check here, you will notice all the marks and as well the profiles, the grade. Okay, the quantity is 4, but it's only one that is here, but the system has known that the quantity is 4. Okay, the length is 565.7. okay, the area as well as the weight. So you get all of this information here successfully. At this time we are going to close this, okay, just like this. So after closing this, we will deactivate this one. Okay, so if you activate it now, you can be able to select all of these components or drawing. Okay, so we want to actually select this and then be able to make inquiry if the assembly is actually intact. So you select inquiry and then you will be able to select this assembly, and then in the assembly you zoom in, you notice that the base plate, the stiffener, as well as the stanchion, all is together. That is why you can see this yellow selected color. Okay, well, after making an inquiry. Okay, if actually the base plate, the stiffener is not wet to the stanchion, you will notice that the base plate and the stiffener will have this gray color. Okay, so this has been assembled together. All right, so we have to close this. This time we want to be creating an assemble drawing, so you only select the column because all of this is welded to the stanchion. So you select the stanchion, you right click and then you go to create drawing, or you can also pass through this place, create drawing. Okay, when you select this point, you see assembly drawing. So you can also do the same thing using this particular tab. Okay, but I will have to right click and then use this. Okay, then I will create assembly drawing. Okay, click on it. So if you check down, you will notice creating drawing finished. So assembly drawing has been created successfully. I click on the document manager. In the dialog, I will select assembly drawing. So one of the drawing, this one, okay, has been created. Double click on it to be able to view the drawing. Okay, so I'll click on this to close this one. So here is the assemble drawing. Okay, mind you, this one is Tekla Structure 2020. Okay, so this is assembly drawing for the base plate as well as the stanchion. So if you check this, this is the pack mark. Okay, the pack mark for the stiffener. All right, so you can just select this one, delete this one, delete all of this, because all of these are just like the same thing. You can delete this. This one is the pack mark for the stanchion. You can double click on it and then make it in a way, go to the general tab and then you just create an arrow and use this one, click on modify, apply. Okay, so you can see an arrow has been given to it. All right, so you can just click, be able to adjust it. Okay, all right, so you can select this again, right click and then add mark, and then you use this using applied mark property. So you have this. All right, you can move this way if you want to adjust this to be touching the stiffener. You can just hold down the shift key, then press down the left mouse, move it just like this. Okay, so this one now is the replicate of all of these ones. Okay, so for you to be able to show that it is a replicate, just double click on this. In this part mark property, you just come to text, bring it to this side. So in this place you just have to do open and close bracket, and then you can just type typical, okay, typical, just like this, and then you click on okay, and then you modify, apply it, and then okay. So you can see this is typical because this pack mark is for this one and this one. All right, so the next thing we need to look, if you want to adjust the dimension, just hold it and then drag it. You can be able to adjust it just like this, okay. All right, so if you want to have a section for this section for the stanchion, you can just go to view, okay, and then select the section, then pick this point, also pick this point, then move your hand to some extent, pick it, and then come to this place, pick it. You can be able to now place it here, okay. So this one is the stanchion section, okay. If it is too small, you can double click on this, okay. If you double click on this, you can be able to check the scale. The scale is 5, okay. So you click on apply and okay. Now check the scale too, okay. So you can increase it. This scale is 75, okay. So you can just make it let's, for instance, let's say 30, okay. So if you move this way, use the screen controller to move this way, so you can see what is below, okay. You move this up, click on modify, see it's increased, okay. So you can move it down, come to this scale, and then make it maybe 10, okay, just like this, and then move it up, click on modify, all right, apply it, and okay. So this is how it is. You can hold it and then adjust it. So this one is the section BB, this one, okay. So if you check this very well, you will notice that this stiffener have to be weight to the stanchion as well as the base plate. So we want to add the welding symbols here, so when it is being sent for fabrications, that will actually represent in the drawing, okay. So what we need to do is we just have to navigate to the annotation, okay, then click on this word, pick this point to insert it. That is the word distance is 6 mm, okay, and then pick also this point, all right. So start that, okay. Also the base plate will be wed to the stanchion, so you pick this point to have that, okay. So just click on select the command. So since you're having 2 of these here, you can select this one, or your control key, select this, right click, and then select on merge to merge these 2 together because they are the same thing, okay. Then you can now adjust this one to make it model enough, just like this, okay. So this is it. So this one is the you can see the total length of the stanchion is 5 meter, okay, and then the property is this one. Properties, you can also find some of the property inside of this the title block, okay, the shop material list for assembly drawing. So these are the list of all what you're having in this place. For instance, the grade is X275, and as well as the sizes, okay, of the this pack mark, okay. This one is the pack mark for the stiffener, okay, and this one is for the base plate, okay. Then this is the pack mark for the stanchion, okay. You can see the length, the number is 8, okay. The stiffener is 8, that's why you're seeing this 8 there. The number, this one is 1, okay, which is the base plate, and then the stanchion is also 1. This is the length, the cut length, all right, is the cut length, and as well as this. So all this information, the weight, everything is, and even total here, okay. So all of this is produced in Tekla Structure 2020. All right, so this brings us to the end of this lesson, okay. So if I tie it vertical, I will have this, okay. So this is what we are able to produce in this lesson. If this lesson has helped you in one way or the other, and this is the first time or you have been on this particular channel and you have not subscribed, do way to subscribe so as to support the channel for more advanced lesson of this kind. Like the lesson, also give you permission to share it with friends as well. Bye for now.